stop streaming?
Yeah, it says stop streaming.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. We are live. And there's the alert.
And so is it like you have people that like just...
Yeah, people are going to watch.
Well, I mean, like have like favorited and like
Mm-hmm.
they get
Yes.
notifications?
Yeah, they follow us. Why don't you switch it to the big screen?
Okay.
Hit the transition. Nope. Okay, you got to go to Tommy channel 2. And then transition. And now it's just me. And then go back to your chat. Perfect.
Okay.
Hey everyone, Sammy Castillo here. Hello. You see everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give everybody a couple seconds to pop on. I'm gonna put the chat up. We've got Connor being my co-pilot. Say hi, Connor.
Hello.
A lot of you have probably seen pictures of him. He is my new assistant. Let's see here. Me. Let's see. Connecting. Yay, there I am. I don't want to... You can hear it's playing. Stop playing. Quiet. Hey, Jen. I don't like this new app. I can't turn it off. I don't want the video. No. No. How do I do this? You can't just do chat? That sucks. I don't want to see myself. You get to spend the next 15 minutes watching me try and fuck with my phone. No. Do they not? No, I don't want to create a clip. I just want the chat. Okay, hold on. They used to have chat only. Hi, 4 people. I don't know who you 4 people are. Chat. Haha. Got it. Somebody say something. I got it. You have to go to chat. Yeah. Hopefully it's not playing anywhere now. Alright. Connecting. It's still connecting. Anybody in there? Boo. Is it just Jen talking?
Just Jen right now.
Okay. Alright. I'll do that. I can read sideways. Let's see what's my screen look like real quick. Swap it to the next one. Okay, we're gonna lower this a little. Perfect. Okay. Clicky that.
Okay.
Alright. So, I don't know who the 4 people are, but hello 4 people.
Napoleon JD.
Hey Justin.
Hey, what's up, Sammy? Been a while.
It has indeed, sir. It has indeed. Well, I'll give you guys a bit of an update since it's been a while. We are going on month 4, almost. Post Tommy, as I kick the gun under the table. October, it marks the first month of reorganizing the business. So I have some awesome news to tell everybody. For those of you waiting with bated breath, The Dark Side of Oz is in fact coming out. The first issue is going to be done with Stuart Sager, and it's going to be 32 pages. And so instead of the graphic novel size, it's going to be a pamphlet book. And Stuart has, well, not really graciously, because Tommy requested him on his deathbed, so who says no to that? And who says no to Tommy anyway? And then I just actually talked to a former merchandiser for Harley Davidson, and he is helping me with merching. So we are going to make Tommy the next Ed Hardy. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anybody say anything?
Not yet.
But what I am doing today is actually something that in a roundabout way Tommy had always wanted me to do with him, and that is paint his pencils. He had a lot of books and things that he wanted me to do. Oh, where's the remark book? Hand me the remark book. So I'm actually going to be I'll show you and let me know how these are working. So what I did here is I printed, Giclade printed. Is there glare on there?
Nope.
Oh, good. A lot of Tommy's sketches or black and white, maybe they were commissions. I don't know what they're from. Concept work, things like that. So I printed them in black and white, and then I'm actually coming in with color and then painting them up. So I did this book for Baltimore. Now these little guys are 8.5 by 11. That was my first one. I had no idea what I wanted to do. They're 8.5 by 11 on either parchment, Strathmore parchment, or Bristol. See, and they're 50. So I'm going to be doing some today. Here's the Joker, and of course I have Tommy's trademark famous Harley Quinn. What else is in here? There's an Ivy. There's a Batgirl, who's pretty badass. If my, let's see, hold on a second. Let me turn my display thing to, it keeps going to 15 fucking seconds. Oh yeah, watch your language. I'm not supposed to be dropping too many F-bombs here. Let's do 10 minutes. So anybody that's joining me, that's just joined, Connor is my co-pilot and my assistant. Here's the Ivy. Give you an example. So I'm going to be painting a couple of these today. Maybe a big, I got a big one. Now the big ones are, let's see, these guys are 14 by 17. Can you see that?
Yep.
And then I have some 11 by 17s. This one's my favorite. And then of course a Jack and a Sally. So I'm going to be painting these up. Now I'll be doing these kind of frequently. Of course you can get them to order, so anything you see on Facebook or whatever, if you see it, oh, I guess I sold that one. There's the Wicked Witch from the Dark Side of Oz. That's the Ozzy, one of the Green Winkies. I have that original still. Let's see what else. There's the Lion. And of course there's the Wolverine that I colored. Give you an example. Someone told me to do traditional Wolverine, so I did. There's an Alice. So anything you see black and white, even if it's, you know, these guys, I'll be coloring them up. Justin, the next time I stream, I'll be painting yours up. Mine just says connecting, so. But that's what we're going to be doing today. So what do we think? Do we want to do a big one? We've got Jack and Sally. We've got the Wolverine. Mostly because I really like this one. I wanted to keep this one, and he said no. Let's see. And there's a Maleficent. And there's a blurry Batman. He's in motion. When we took the photo, it just, you know, he was moving too much. And then we've got, as always, Harley Quinn, Tommy's famous Harley, and then the Batgirl. What do we think?
Right now the chat's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Napoleon's at Sweet.
Sweet. So I'm going to set up my area. And we spent the last, since we got back from Baltimore. So we got back on the 1st, and it's the 11th. So we pretty much spent the last almost 2 weeks cleaning just the studio. And it's do the Harley, Jen says. What do we guys think? The Harley? So yeah, spent the last 2 weeks doing that. And, you know, absorbing my area, absorbing my stuff into the studio. It's kind of weird. like acclimating myself that it's not like Tommy's area. In my brain, it's still Tommy's area. So I'm like super sure to put stuff back where he had it. Like he's gonna yell at me. Yeah, actually, you know what? With all the random weird shit going on, he probably will. Okay, let's grab a palette here. We'll grab this palette. Connor cleaned the palettes. I don't think they were even that clean when I cleaned them. So that makes him a way better assistant than I. Here you go, put that somewhere. Thank you. Oop, almost spilled the skill. I got my...
Mad Dog Hoick is hi.
Hey! How you doing, brother? Okay. So, let's do Harley. I think we'll do Harley. Oh, grab my brushes out of there, please.
Are they in the main compartment? Or
The box. I am actually Mrs. Tommy. I am not Tommy. Yes, Jen, very much. Sorry, I just was reading the chat and I saw it. I'm taking your job away, Connor. I can't help it. So it's been a very interesting journey in terms of having to enlighten people of Tommy's condition, aka not being alive anymore. And for a long time, I you know, for the last couple of shows, I didn't really know like how to say it, and it's very difficult because people kind of suck with death. So it's very difficult to. Yes, I will be in Winnipeg. It's very difficult to tell people, you know, that Tommy is no longer amongst the living without making them feel like they're intruding or they're assholes. So I've actually been joking. You gotta clean the bottom of this out. There's something in here. I don't know what it is. Just wipe the bottom real quick. We'll just do it with a spray bottle. Well, gotta spray the palette anyway. So, you know, I don't really say anything unless they ask, really, you know, and everybody just introduces me as Mrs. Tommy, or, you know, this is Sammy, Tommy's wife. One lady at the last show, which was actually really funny, she's like, well, where is the artist? And I looked at her and I was like, the afterlife. And she's like, the what? And her husband was like, like, hey, come on. She's, you know, saying something that's not good. And the lady just, like, she didn't get it because that was not a typical response that you hear. And I was like, the afterlife. He's dead. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Thanks. You know, just made me laugh. Just made me giggle. Alright, so let's start this in true Tommy fashion with a big old brush, a lot of water, and a lot of paint. And we're going to slop it down. Oh, let's not put all of these watercolor pages here. What are people saying?
Last person to speak was Jen.
Yeah.
She just said, tell him he still sends you texts at 4 a.m. Probably wants someone to scratch his back.
Probably.
Right, and Poodle Mama says, it must be very tough, Sammy. I can't imagine. I think I might say some very sarcastic comments.
Yeah, some people are cool with the death. You know, others, you know, they, how do I put it? Some people are cool, and then others, they just, like, not that they don't get it, but that they don't realize what they're saying because they've never, you know, experienced it. And I myself actually was guilty of that even, you know, before Tommy passed. You know, because I had never really had, I mean, aside from my grandparents, I didn't really have any sort of experience with death either. So, I didn't know what to say or what not to say, and it's it's a learning curve that you don't really want, you know. But happens to everybody. But there's crazy. I don't know if you guys have been following on Facebook, but I got a 3-minute and 59-second voicemail from Tommy. That's completely dead silent, and his phone was dead at the time, and I had his phone on my nightstand, so it's not even like, you know, it's not even like I accidentally called myself with it or something, you know. What are people saying? Anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, there's a 30-second delay.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you just joining us, the other voice that you are hearing is my assistant, Connor.
Hello, everybody.
He is actually Tommy's, one of Tommy's, I would say you were his last apprentice. Not necessarily maybe last student, but definitely the last apprentice.
All right, Sith Lord Wilson says hi.
Hey, Adam. How's it going, brother? But yeah, I'm getting things going, you know. I'm doing what I need to do, and you know, these are really cool, the remarks. So this is a 14x17 for those of you just joining us, and obviously I've reprinted Tommy's lines and I'm painting them, and it's one of the things that he actually and originally wanted me to do.
Poodle Mama says, I lived in a haunted farmhouse once. Those ghosts were strangers. At least you know Tommy.
Yeah, I do. At least I do. It was, it was something interesting, alright. There's been a lot of weird shit happening in the house, to be honest with you, since he passed. A lot of, what do I want to say? Just a lot of, like, when he was on hospice care at the house, obviously, I said something really smart ass to him, and he's like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm gonna haunt you. And I was like, make sure you knock shit off the wall so I know it's you. And a bunch of, the night he passed, one of the plaques on the walls that's like screwed into the wall fell above the garage door. And then the day before his funeral, one of the shelves mounted to the wall fell in the kitchen. Let's see, what else? While we were streaming the last time with Primo, something fell in the other room, and I didn't know what it was. And when I investigated later that night, I found that it was the Mickey Mouse painting that he had done for me, which was really kind of cool. It freaked me out, though. Like, I laughed, I cried, I got nauseous. Then I yelled at him, of course, to pick something a little less valuable next time. Or irreplaceable, I think is what I said. And then keys that goes to the storage unit in the backyard, fell off their hook in the middle of the, like, while I was watching TV with the dogs. So, and then I'm finding stuff like Connor found his first wedding ring that was lost to the ages for about 2 years. What else happened? I'm missing something. What else am I missing?
The skull thumbtack.
Oh yeah, so I took down above our living room TV is a picture, was a picture of James Dean. No, Marlon Brando from The Rebel, a motorcycle movie. So I took it down and put up a picture of our wedding photo. And when I initially put up the photo years ago, the James Dean photo or Brando photo, I couldn't find. Can you give me one of those in there? I couldn't find, like, there were 3 skull thumbtacks, and I couldn't find one of the thumbtacks. And then the other day, like, or a week or so after I put up the photo, I found it on the floor, like, randomly where I had just walked, and all sorts of weirdness. 5 people have had dreams, almost exactly the same dreams that I have not told, that Tommy has faked his death just to fuck with people. Yeah. And these 5 people it's been 1 a month, including the dream that I had about him in August after he had passed. And, yeah, it was pretty funny. But every dream, every one comes and tells me they dream about him is that Tommy has faked his death just to fuck with people. And that he's not really dead. So that kind of makes me laugh. That, that's the theme. And aside from me, the other people have no knowledge of the other people dreaming this until after the fact. So Tommy's trolling people in their dreams. Which kind of makes me laugh.
Jen said she had to run. She had to go make dinner. She'll try to be back.
Fine.
And then PG Wote.
Yeah, Perry. Hi, Perry. It's kind of weird being the Tommy. The part of Tommy Castillo will be played by Sammy Castillo, and the part of Sammy Castillo will be played by Connor. John Connor. He is the Resistance.
So if the stream starts giving issues, it's not my fault. It's Skynet.
Yeah, it's Skynet.
Attacking.
It's Skynet. So for those of you just joining us, what I'm doing here are what I call remarks, and it's basically what Tommy had wanted to initially do with us, and that was do his lines, my colors. We did not let these sit long enough.
Is the ink bleeding?
Yeah, I'm pulling the ink up. We printed these before the stream, so it didn't cure all the way. The ink didn't cure all the way, so with a lot of water I'm getting streaks. That's okay. Let's see. What color eyeshadow do we want Harley to have? Let's do purple. You know what? Let me use a lighter brush. I'm using pretty stiff brushes, so let me use a softer brush. So how's everybody doing? It's been a while. Catch me up on stuff. Oh, there it is.
Poodle Mama says you could paint the Maleficent next, if there is no other request.
Okay. Now these, to give you the rundown, the little guys that I did earlier, like I pointed out earlier, like these 8.5 by 11s are 50. If you guys want to pick any up or have me do them on stream, just like Tommy. And then I've got the 11 by 17s are 100. Which is that lovely lady, what you're talking about here. And then the big 14 by 17s are going to be 150. But, I like, I kind of like painting Tommy's lines. It makes me, doing this makes me feel like I'm closer with him, so I'm happy to do it. But as my groove comes back, so to speak, I'll be painting more of my own stuff as my groove comes back. But I'll still be doing these, and these will be up on. I'll be doing these frequently of just different stuff, and they'll be available on eBay and the such.
Poodle Mama said I bought a painting of my poodle puffs from Primo.
Yeah, I heard. You like it? There's more white than I anticipated in there. It's all good though. I think somebody just texted me.
Poodle Mama said, yep, he caught the flavor of the 4th of July celebration.
Awesome. Not worth that. Good. Yay! I got nothing. As long as you're happy. Let's go with that. As long as you're happy. I did not see them, so. Make sure I'm not blocking it with my head.
Yeah, you're all good.
As my husband liked to do all the time. Yeah, so, and the funny thing is I've decided, like, with, I guess, telling people that he's gone, I decided that I'm going to be, you know, just kind of being a smart ass sometimes. Because it makes me laugh. And it makes me feel good. Why it makes me feel good, I don't know. But I like the awkwardness that it brings. Makes me giggle a little. People are like, sorry. Like they don't know what to say or do. Another fun thing that will be occurring in the world of Sammy and Ghost Sammy Castillo is the fact that I have decided, and this will be happening on stream too, but I have decided that I will be doing a Sunday morning cartoon strip style comic of the adventures of Ghost Tommy. And sometimes it'll be the adventures of Sammy and Tommy. Other times it's just going to be the adventures of Ghost Tommy. And I've devised that, you know, I always say that he's going to paint the sky for me. So I came up with a hierarchy that you have to actually be, you know, trained to go to the big show, which is the sky, you know, painting the sky like all the great masters. But you have to kind of work your way up to that, and cracks me up every time I think about it. And so so they're like, well, you know, you can't just, you know, jump to painting the sky, you know. And his boss is going to be Saint Pete, or Saint Peter, and he's gonna say, you know, you can't just jump to painting the sky. Like, that's the big show. You have to earn that. You have to work your way up. You got to pay your dues. So we're gonna put you in fauna first, which is making animals and so forth and so such. And Tommy's like, oh, okay, like that sounds awesome. I'll do that. Yeah. So they're like, all right, well, your initial thing is to, you know, create an animal. And so he creates this creature that's got like a goat body with like a scorpion tail and a tarantula head. And he's like, look, I have created the Scorpagoticon. And Peter's like, you can't do that. And Tommy's like, why not? I just did. He's like, no, we've got rules. He's like, and besides, it's eating Joe over there. And in the background, it'll be like the creature trying to like web up and eat a person or angel or whatever. And then they go, okay, well, you know, we'll just put you in plants. You know, we'll put you in flora, create inspirational landscapes. You can handle that. So they move Ghost Tommy to inspirational landscapes. And he's like, sweet. Can I work with Bob Ross? And St. Pete goes, oh, Bob's not here. We don't talk about it. And that's all that's said. And so, of course, Tommy paints, like, the mountains of madness. And St. Pete's like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? Inspired. I'm inspiring fear. So it's just going to be Tommy's, you know, antics in the afterlife causing headaches for St. Pete. And Tommy's going to have a good friend that looks like a hippie with a rainbow tie-dyed shirt with a big smiley face and 1970s cut-off jean shorts and sandals. And he walks around with a goblet all the time, and his name's JC. And he hangs out with Tommy a lot. And the first time you meet JC, he's going to look to Tommy and go, oh, do you want some wine? And Tommy's like, no, I don't drink. And then he goes, I'm sorry, I meant water. You know, if you're hungry, I got plenty of bread and fish in the back. It's cool. It's no problem. I can make you a sandwich. So it'll be a lot of kind of tongue-in-cheek humor. You know, I think it'll be funny, and I think it'll be something that Tommy would have really liked and found humorous.
Lucky J Studio says you are incredibly talented. And then Food Mama responds with, wow, that was potential. Or that has potential.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. You know, and it's gonna, I'm not gonna say, like, the whole shtick of it is that you don't actually ever really say he's in the afterlife, like, at all. You know, that he's gone. You just say, hey, you know, ta-da, like that. That's the whole shtick of it. You know, that's what makes it funny. And then there'll be times where the first appearance of Sammy is Tommy finally gets to paint the clouds. They're like, okay, you get one cloud at noon. Go. So he'll paint a cloud. And it clearly is like a T-Rex. And I'll be looking up like, you know, pondering this soul T-Rex cloud. And I'll go, that's a great dachshund, Tommy. I mean, a little weird, but, you know, you're still doing it. You're still working it, you know. And Tommy's like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking T-Rex. So, yeah, I'm trying to have fun with it.
PGB, who is that again?
Perry.
Perry said for that strip you should talk to Jesslyn. She had a really weird dream of Tommy last week.
Yeah, that's going around apparently. That is going around. And thank you to whoever said I have talent. Harley's kind of my go-to warm-up because I don't actually have to, like, think about anything. Like, she's pretty straightforward. And I'm kind of painting her spot on right now. I might dance it up a little bit in a minute. I'm digging the blue for the highlights of her face. I think it's working out well. But yeah, these were pretty successful at Baltimore. You know, I want to be able to still have, you know, his pseudo Tommy originals, you know, I've got 30 years of them, and instead of just that, you have Tommy Sammy originals now.
Yeah, every time you finish one, you got bought.
Pretty much.
Sold quick.
Yeah, I just did those others at the end because I was bored.
It was hard to really show off what it
I'm
would
like,
look like afterwards.
look, I sold that one. Hey, look, I sold that one too.
I have a really cool Maleficent one. It's right. Oh, never mind.
Here's a photo of it. But yeah, so I'm going to be still doing shows next year. I'm going to be doing different shows next year. I'm not going away anytime soon. You know, and I'll be live streaming right now. I'm going to probably do today and maybe tomorrow. And then I'll be doing them more regularly as, you know, time goes on. Barring I have a show or whatnot. I have Canada next, C4 in Winnipeg, where they are giving, I am accepting an award on Tommy's behalf. I want to say it's like a Lifetime Achievement Award or something like that. And then of course I don't know if they're going to invite me back out in December. Not December, in February for the horror show. But if they do, I'll probably come out. Because I'm cool with that. What color are Harley's eyes? Are they green or blue?
I know in the newer animated ones they are blue.
Well, blue it is. I think they're blue. We'll make them this color. We'll make them this color. So what do we think about these remarks? Would you guys like to see me do more of these on a regular basis? And if so, are we digging the price points for the sizes, that kind of thing? Still get some cool Tommy stuff. That does not want to work out well for me. Get over here. Crickets.
Everyone has to think about it.
Psh. Think about it. Yeah, and this is going to be mixed, so I'm going to come back in with, like, markers and all that fun stuff. But right now, I was just kind of having fun with it. Let that do its thing over there. And get this. Ah! I'm going to put that in the water. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Let's see what happens when we use these two colors and put some shadow in the red. Ooh, fancy. Connor, what's my color scheme? Connor, what's my color scheme?
You're doing complementary with the reds and greens. Yeah, I guess.
I just like staring at you. What do you think it is? I'd say overall it's probably considered complementary. But what's unifying the whole piece despite my coloring book coloring right now?
Is it going to be the red and the green together?
No. No. Cold shadows. All my shadows are cool. So that is going to actually... I'm doing warm shadows on cold. Or cold shadows on warm. So that's going to unify the whole piece because of the cold shadows. Neat, huh? It's like I was taught by a master or something.
Something like that.
Something like that. I'm not used to painting on this paper. It's all good though. I got so spoiled with the Strathmore 500 series. Then I had to go down to the 400 series. I'm like, it's not the same.
But next time we'll be more prepared.
Huh?
Next time we'll be prepared.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get a shipment from Strathmore soon. I didn't have to run to the store and pick these up. It's just interesting. I mean, the 400 series, all of Strathmore's paper is just awesome. It's just how it paints, you know, how it reacts. That's all. I'm just used to, like, because this was all, you know, this is all black ink, so I'm just used to it getting locked in and not moving. That I painted a little heavier with it, you know, and it moved a little bit on me, but that's okay. I'm a professional. I think I can handle it. And if not, fake it till you make it, right? Right?
Right.
There is a bit of, you know,
I don't know if you're
participating.
coming to me or you're coming to the
I'm
audience.
talking to everybody. There's a level of participation in this, champ. Any speakies?
No takers yet.
Nobody's talking. Tommy would get on here and everybody, like, everybody would just talk and party, and I get on here and it's like crickets. I don't know. Maybe it's it's totally my personality. Maybe I'm too much of an a-hole. I do like how this purple and blue and red are reacting. It's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it show up good on the screen?
Yeah, it does. Perry said, "Don't ask me. I gave up. Art years ago. I'm just a creative consultant to Jesslyn. I gave up art
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, art's fun. It's always in there. Look at me. I haven't significantly drawn or painted in about 4 or 5 years. 4. I'd say 4. 2013. I'd say, yeah, it's about 2013. That's when I stopped consistently drawing. And then I kind of came on and went here and there, I think in 2014, and then just stopped completely because of Tommy and his ailment.
Well, not to mention the good amount of practice you've had for the past few months. In Baltimore, doing all the people.
Yeah, I definitely have increased, but you know, there's a difference from drawing and painting for hours every day.
Because you're still getting in the groove of it.
I'm still getting my brush strokes and groove back. Yeah, I don't like that light color. Let's make it darker. Although I did get a really, really awesomely big compliment from a couple people, but more specifically Michael Golden. Before Tommy passed, he had wanted me to do a let me see, I think is it within reach over there, the alien? No, it's buried, don't worry about it. I don't remember if you guys remember the xenomorph, like, private detective with the revolver and the girl dipping the girl. He asked me to paint that, watercolor the girl with him one night, and it was a long doctor-ridden day where I was taking him all around. And I felt I was just exhausted, and I told them that I said I don't want to ruin it, meaning I don't want to. I'm very tired. I don't want to, fuck it up because I'm so tired. And he kind of gave me the Tommy smirk, and anybody that's watched with Tommy drawing or painting knows that Tommy smirk. And he says, honey, you couldn't ruin it if you tried. He says, you know more about art and art technique than 90% of the industry. The only guys that know more than you are guys that have, 30 years experience like me. And he's like, all you got to do is just get back into it. And it made me feel really good. But I took it for what it was, and it made me feel good. And I kind of partially half wondered if it was really just Tommy never said anything that was untrue, but husband bias, a little exaggerated husband bias. And, this brush is not working. And so I told this to Michael Golden, and anybody that knows Michael Golden, he's, an awesome badass in his very much own right, and has been published for, I think about as long as Tommy was alive. And, he looked at me straight-faced, and he does not, if he thinks you suck, doesn't matter who you are, just like Tommy, he'll say, you fucking suck. And he looked at me straight-faced at Baltimore when I told him this, and he said, I agree. He's like, you just got to get back to it. Which made me feel really good.
And then doing that shoulder pad.
Yeah, the shoulder pad. I was channeling Tommy then. Whew. I just posted a picture of the guy wearing it and myself. And giving a shout out to my fancy new stylist. But that was cool as shit. He wanted me to draw the Joker Batman, on his shoulder plate. And he came up and he's like, I want to do the Joker Batman. I want you to draw the Joker Batman on my shoulder plate. And I went, I think it was the first thing I did. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you want me to do that on here? And he goes, yes. So I gave him a price, and I was like, it's going to be cool. And I just sat down, and honestly, I totally, I didn't think about it. I just reactively drew. And, I channeled Tommy. And it made my one friend, Greg, cry. Because it looks exactly like something Tommy would draw. And, the funny thing is I had to outdo Billy Tucci. Because Billy Tucci did the other side. And he did a Harley Quinn. But he did, silver accents with the black Sharpie. And I was like, oh, no. I broke out the paint. I broke out, Copics. There was shadowing on that thing. It was super fun and really, really cool. I had a lot of fun with that. It made me very happy. Oop, that's sticky. Are you kidding me? Blue tape. Blue tape. Painter's tape. That is not blue painter's tape. Donde está the blue painter's tape? I need the colored pencils. I think I have blue painter's tape in here. Nope. Beautiful. Ah. Stay. Jerk. So what sorts of things would you guys like to see me, draw, paint on my own? Maybe not sans Tommy stuff. AKA without Tommy stuff. Or do you guys have any questions or anything?
You really talked up that comic strip, so pretty sure that'll be exciting to see when it gets.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it because it's super tongue in cheek. You know, I'm really kind of excited to see, you know, see where that goes.
Tommy picking up the hitchhiking ghost.
Yeah, do an illustration of Ghost Tommy picking up the 3 hitchhiking ghosts in a Tommy Doom buggy. You know, that'll be great. That'll be a lot of fun. So if I owe anyone a commission, remarks, prints, anything like that, it is now going to be completed because I now have a functional studio. Am I in the way?
Oh, good.
I now have a completely functional studio again. It's probably more organized than it ever was because I don't have mess master Tommy around. Yeah. Did you get the box of colored pencils?
Yep, right here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Primo was saying earlier, let's hope the studio stays this way for a while.
Yeah, I'm not a messy person. You know, if I'm functional in it, I'm not mess. You know, I'm it became mess because it, you know, became unused, but I was always cleaning it. And to be honest, Tommy would never let me clean it. He wanted things the way he wanted, and he was going to clean it. Watch shit falls down in the stream while we're talking. You know, but you never
cuts off in general.
You know, it flickers back in. The lights are flashing. We're screaming. Ah! The house shakes like in Poltergeist. Oh, that would be awesome. I would laugh. That would make me happy. La 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 la. That would make me happy. Kind of just bouncing around doing this here. So what do you guys think of the Harley so far? Sure, it's a little on the nose. But we'll put some Tommy touches to it. You think I should put some Tommy touches or keep going the Sammy direction?
We've already started with Tommy's drawing Sammy's colors.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Lucky J Studio said awesome. With double exclamation marks.
Thank you. Alright.
And Perry said that he's liking it.
Awesome. You guys coming to Canada, right? Like Winnipeg? The comic show? Whatever.
Lucky J Studios asked, do you have a style you normally draw?
No. Whatever the job demands, I guess. I think, like, I kind of more naturally go more, like, illustrative. You know, I wouldn't say it was stylized. You know, kind of more comic illustrative, I guess would be a good way to put it. But I don't, like, I don't have a go-to style. My stuff normally is, you know, just like my husband's, whatever the job demands, that's what I'm going to do.
Food Mama said, I think you should give it your personality.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah. We're going to switch to colored pencils here in a minute because we are mixed media. Yay. What do you think, Connor?
I like it. It's really cool. I really see the Tommy Sammy combo.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
I think the bigger ones are always a lot nicer because you can put a lot more into it.
Yeah. They're actually, the big ones are kind of a lot easier to paint. In my opinion, they're a lot easier to paint. And they're more fun because you can, do more to it. Do more with it. Yeah.
Lucky J Studio said, I loved when Tommy did the wet canvas pieces. It really came to life.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to purchase a Jack and Sally for my wife for our anniversary.
Awesome.
They have it hung in our room ever since.
Is that the Sally that looks like she's got bacon hair? As Tommy put it? Because he did her hair with the one of the texture palettes or texture knives, and her hair is that orangey brown or that red brown like bacon.
Yeah.
And he did squiggles in it, and he's like, it looks like bacon. Now I want bacon. He made me make him a bacon sandwich.
He says yes.
Yeah. So I've got for those of you just joining us, I don't know if you didn't see the beginning of the stream. Well, I'm gonna let this dry, real quick before I go back into it with watercolor or color pencil. We're gonna be doing all of the projects are still coming out. Dark Side of Oz, if you've been waiting for that. All of the books that Tommy and I had planned to do together, I will be putting out, and everything's going to be flying under the flag of Sammy Castillo Studios, my art included. And eventually I'll get into third-party publishing, but we'll talk about that come 2019, 2020. But I'm shooting for getting The Dark Side of Oz out by 2019. The actual first book out, Stuart Sager is going to be working with me on that. And then I actually just talked to a merchandiser, former Harley Davidson merchandiser, who is actually going to be helping me make Tommy into the next Ed Hardy. So, but as someone else said, less douchey. And so I'll be probably putting up a Kickstarter for that kind of stuff first. My initial merch is going to be probably, of course, t-shirts, bags, messenger bags, maybe backpacks, pins, stickers, like vinyl stickers, stuff like that. If there's anything that you guys might want, throw out some ideas. I'm still in the pulling how much things are going to get together phase. Of course, I'll be debuting me as an artist next year, probably for San Diego, so about a year from now, 6 months, a little over 6 months from now. But I'm pretty much taking the winter to catch up on everything we need to get done. Commissions included, because Tommy left me all of the really expensive commissions to do. Thanks, honey. No, you're watching. Thanks so much. And, yeah, so, things are dry now. And I feel this background needs a little bit of this. Because I can, and I'm going to do this. That's better. Yeah. Can't have a Tommy Harley without some drippies.
So was there any more news on the Dark Side film? Or is it just at
The pre-idea at the moment.
The film is actually going to be I have a studio attached to it in terms of getting me in line with a writer director.
John Schneider.
That is John Schneider's studio, yes. Maven Entertainment is helping me get, get into the the film franchise. But actually, Adam called me today because the Dark Side of Oz was also going to be a tabletop RPG, paper pencil with miniatures, kind of like the old school D&D. So we are actually, I like that. Oh look, that's cool. Unintentionally cool. There we go. Added a little Tommy in there. Yeah, like that. Get off her nose. I don't like that on your nose. Luckily, I went to the school with the best of the dripper. Is that Tommy's side of the dripper? Stay. See? I listened. Stop it. Go that way. No, not down there. Oh, fine, do that. What? Oh, yes. Brain fart today. It's been a very weird couple of days. So the Dark Side of Oz was supposed to be a video game. Not a video game. A tabletop RPG. And it still is. Going to be. I am going to be touching base probably next Gen Con with a couple different developers. Potentially one that we may or may not have done work with before. That's better. That way it'll freak whoever buys this out. Like that drip is always gonna almost go down your nose. It makes me laugh. Tension. Alright, let me grab the Can you grab the colored pencils? I like the drips.
It's the Tommy touch.
Yeah, just a little Tommy in there, you know? Just a little bit. I kind of like making her lips black. Keeping the lips black. Ow, those were my fingers. That was a terrible idea. Reorganize these. Can't find the one that I want. This one, see if this works. No, that doesn't work. Crimson red. Do I have another crimson red? Crimson red. Perfect. Perfect. Connor, how do we make it look lifelike in the eyes? What's the first rule? You know it. You might not realize you know it, but you know it.
Is he add glare?
Nope. You paint in the blood. See? Makes a difference, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like I know what I'm doing. It's weird. Very weird.
Looks like mirroring one of the greatest artists ever really paid off in the end.
Who said that?
No, I just did.
You did. It's like I picked up a thing or two. I need a brush pen. Do you have any brush pens in here? Oh, she didn't organize this. Well, I need one of these.
Perry said the tear is a great addition.
The what?
I guess he means the
nose drip?
Yeah.
Hold on. Trying to find a brush pen. See if this works. No, it does not. I did just buy one. Where's my fancy one? Where did that go?
Maybe check the print shop, maybe.
You know, the one that with Mount Fuji on it?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I did with that?
I think it might be the case of it.
I don't know. What did I put it in here? That's alright. I got a brush pen in here. It's no big deal. We'll find it later. It's around. Here, we'll use these guys. Okay. Wow, that's dead too. You're awesome, honey. Thanks so much. So glad that all your markers and shit are dead. Thank you. Need me picking up all the pieces. Something I noticed that some people don't understand, and I want to let everybody know, because a lot of people that are watching now are probably regulars anyway. But, you know, talking about Tommy. What?
My mom's watching.
Yeah, hey. Shh. Let's stop talking about anal fisting now, Connor. Come on now. Welcome to Connor's life. It doesn't actually, it doesn't bother me talking about him, you know? I like it when people, for instance, like, was it Joker? The Harley Quinn?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he, not Harley Quinn, Jacket's Alley guy, that Joker? Yeah. You know, it makes me happy when people, you know, bring up silly stories of, you know, Tommy, or the fact that, you know, he did or said this silly outlandish thing, and, you know, I like it. It makes me feel good. It makes me happy, and, you know, I like sharing those stories with people. So, you know, please don't feel bad, you know, by sharing your story. It won't make me upset. You know, if you need to talk about him or anything like that. Or want to talk about him, you know. I talk about him all the time. I think that's why he married me. That goes over here. I like the mixed media. Makes me happy.
It's cool how the orange pretty much like pushed out the green.
Yeah. That's why I kept doing that.
Mm.
Adds a little tension here and there. What makes a great artist, Connor?
I'm running through the filing cabinet of every saying you've told me.
Yeah, every Tommy saying?
Yeah.
Hurry up, kid. You gotta know them all. Do you want me to tell you what makes a great artist? Or you think you got it?
Do remind me.
Do remind you?
Please.
A great artist is not how well they paint, but how well they fix their mistakes. Do you want to know why I'm saying that? Why I brought it up? Because this wasn't cured long enough, So when I initially was doing brush strokes on the background, I put a whole bunch of gray into the side of her face. Now look what I'm using to add depth to shadows.
Man, it's like you know.
Weird, right? Bling blong.
Food Mama said that she has to leave now, so she'll see you next time. And thanks for popping into the stream.
Thank you. I'll see you later. Yes. It's dinner time. Oh. Yeah. I gotta admit that it does feel really good to be drawing and painting again. It's been a very long time since I've been drawing and painting, you know, so it makes me feel good. Wrong side.
I do have to say you're doing a very good job at not having your head in the camera's view.
Is that better? Is that more like Tommy, guys?
There you go.
Hold on, wait. No, wait.
Should we go grab a hat for you?
No. This is more Tommy. Wait, because he didn't brush his hair with shit. Is that better? Is that more like Tommy now? Is it just everywhere?
It's everywhere. You can see the bobby pins are just trying to hold everything together.
Tommy didn't even have bobby pins. That is one, okay, you know, I gotta say, that's one thing I do not miss. Brushing that man's hair. It would, like, it was the bane of my existence. Like, I would spend hours, like, at least an hour and a half brushing and combing his hair, right?
You have, like, knots?
Yeah, his hair, like, it tangled. Like, you could comb it. I'm not even kidding. You could comb it and put it up, right? Nice and smooth, comb it out. And in an hour, there's knots everywhere to where you can't even get a brush through it. And I'm like, I would braid, like, I would have to braid his hair in order to keep it knot free. But, like, I would braid, or I would comb it, like, and I'd have it, all tied up, nice back, right? And then he'd go take a nap. And it, like, I wonder, like, did he sleep like this? Because, like, that's how when he'd wake up. And I'm pretty sure he laid in one spot, like, the whole time. But then it looked like, like he fucking went like this across the pillow. Like, I don't know. But, no offense, honey, but that's one thing I don't fucking miss. And he had, like, super sensitive scalp. So, like, you could, like, he basically at one point would have, like, one big long dreadlock in the back of his head. And I'd have to, comb it out.
Perry asked, well, do you live in a high humidity region? So
it's Florida.
That's pretty...
It's like asking you, do you live in a place that gets cold?
Sounds like that's the real reason that you pushed for him to shave the sides of his head to eliminate the other 50% of knots that he could possibly have.
No, actually, I'll tell you exactly what it was. So it was actually, I'm pretty sure it was one of the last times he actually was able to go in the pool. Yeah. And, he wanted to, I wanted to cut my hair. It was before I cut my long hair off. And, I was debating on it because he had just started dialysis. It was just a huge hassle, my long hair. And with dialysis, everything's got to be like up and out of the way and aseptic and all this other crazy shit. And I was just getting tired of dealing with my hair. So I was like, I want to cut it. And he goes, okay. And I jokingly said, you know, I want a mohawk. And he goes, well, if you want a mohawk, get a mohawk. And I went, and he goes, I've always wanted a mohawk. But what he was concerned with was if the, you know, because of the notoriety, if the change in image was going to be an issue, you know? And I said, well, get a Viking mohawk then. You know, just keep it long and shave the sides. And he goes, well, you know, I'm like, honey, how many times have you almost died at this point? He's like, yeah, you're right. I've almost died like 4 or 5 fucking times. I'm getting a mohawk. So we got a mohawk. And that's how the mohawk became the mohawk. And he loved it. Because he, like, when he was a kid, he used to, you know, do crazy shit with his hair all the time. But as he became more known, it, you know, he didn't want to, like...
Yeah, like an image.
He had an image, yeah, and he didn't want to change the image too much. But I was like, honey, I think the fans will think that's awesome. And everyone did. So, nobody didn't not like it.
Just, like, to say the least, they made a badass man. Like, he didn't just pull himself up to another level. He just broke he punched into the rock and made a whole new grip for himself.
Yes, I would agree with that.
You can't go any higher. It's like, watch me.
You know, yeah. So, but, yeah, that's the fun, you know. I mean, like, I change my hair, like, every 2 seconds, so. I'm going back blonde for everybody. I know that's been on all of your minds. With sleepless nights wondering, am I going to go back blonde? I am. I have decided. She's got really nice teeth.
But right when everyone gets used to the purple is when you'll go back to being blonde. And then everyone will then expect the purple and then only see the blonde.
Well, yeah, that was the interesting thing. Nobody knew it was me with dark hair. I'm like, clearly I'm only like... Everybody either reminds me with pink hair, that bright pink hair, or bleach blonde hair. Platinum hair. That's it. I'm like, I'm boobs and hair, that's it. So I'm like, alright, well. No, I actually decided to go back for a different reason. More emotional reason, actually. You know, because a lot of people... Oh, there's a watercolor pencil. Awesome. I decided to go back blonde because I changed my hair color when Tommy couldn't see. I was blonde for many, many, many a year. And one day, it was when I cut my hair short, he couldn't tell if I was looking at him or not, and he couldn't tell if he was looking at my face or the side of my head because there's no contrast. So I decided that I was going to, that day, like I had just gotten my hair recolored, and like a couple days before, and he got upset that he couldn't see my face. He couldn't tell where I was looking, or if he was looking at me right or not. So I bought a bottle of dye and dyed it brown and purple, and it stayed dark for about a little over a year now. It's been dark so he could see properly, because he'd have good days and bad days vision wise. So that just actually, now that he's gone, kind of go get the wicker basket of colored pencils up there. Yeah. Honestly, kind of, not to be sad or nothing, but looking in the mirror, it actually makes me a little sad. It makes me sad, you know, because I know why I dyed my hair, and I know why I did it, and I subconsciously know that it's... Check one of the drawers for the watercolor pen. Yeah, one of those for watercolor pencils. I don't know. Yeah. I'll treat you. So, I don't... I realize that Tommy would want me happy rather than, sad that I don't have, sad. So that's why I'm doing it. It's a very strange situation.
I'm pretty sure it's late for me to be asking for knowing you so long, but what's your original hair color?
My real hair color?
Yeah. That's a mystery. No one should know.
No one should know it. It's like an ashy browny blonde. It's like dark blonde, but it's super ashy. My grandmother, my very Irish grandmother, used to call it dirty dishwater blonde. Because it's just this ashy, bland brown. It's like take a nice rich chestnut brown and then desaturate it about 80%, and that's the color of my hair. And it's just a boring color. I don't really like it. And my hair is naturally pretty oily, so I don't... So it's super thick, very Italian. So when oh, that's making a cool effect. So when I bleach it, it actually, pulls all the excess oils out of my head.
When did you first dye your hair? Was that around college years? Or was it?
I was 17. I haven't seen my actual full head of hair color since I was 17 years old. Fuck, I could be gray. I don't know. I don't think I'm gray. It hasn't grown back gray. So. Yay. Alright. I want to do something cool with that. Go in that bottom drawer. Right there. And pull out the bottom piece. Pull out that bottom part. Just put it right there. Thanks. We're gonna Tommy style this because that's gonna be fun. Oh, so I'm pretty much... I'm gonna put glitter on her because I can. And Tommy bought all these cool supplies and never got to use them, so I'm gonna use them now. What's my run time so far? It should say on the bottom. About an hour?
Hour and 22 minutes.
Wow, I've been paying this for an hour and a half? Shit. I better step this shit up then. Go to the Maleficent. People are fucking bored of this. This is leaf glue. Old leaf glue. It's not gross at all or nothing. So, what do we want me to paint next after this? Because I'm going to be done in about 30 seconds. Well, not really. Like maybe a minute or two. I need a really shit brush. I don't have my shit brushes, so I have to use these brushes.
I know Poon Mom requested the Maleficent.
Yeah, but she ran off.
Yeah.
Let's use this brush. I'll show you in a second what I got. You're gonna have to clean that brush really good.
Okay.
No, no, no. I shall return. AKA, I'm gonna turn my back for a second. Yeah. Like a boss. And last but not least, hopefully this is a good one. Oh, it is good. Got glitter everywhere now.
For how it looked on the capture, it looked like you were gonna do the cooking show technique.
Huh?
Where like you're like, and this is what you do, and then you let it dry for 30 minutes, and then you just bring out
I
a finished piece.
That'd be funny. I snorted. Sorry. That's pretty funny. This one's almost dead. I don't know why I have that in my head. It's not the King and I, like it is the King and I, but it's the King and I from Family Guy. That one King and I episode where he like remade like the entire King and I. I have hit that version of that song in my head. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah, I don't. So we've been watching the Orville on
Hulu.
on Hulu. And I like it. Like it's a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be honest with you. But it, you know, I like it. It's cool. Let's see. We want a nice big highlight right here. Right on her head. So it looks like our lips are all glossy. Awesome. All right. And last.
You're just gonna leave it that one eye has the glitter, and not the other one.
No, I'm leaving it. Makes it more of an impact. And until you didn't even notice that, and I totally forgot to do that one. So we're leaving it. We're leaving it. Nope, not that color. Where's my ears? La la la. There we go. What do we think? Do we like it? Ta-da! That one's done. Don't forget, guys, these are for sale. So if you don't, they are for sale in stream. The big guys, this size, are $150. The second size down, so this is 14 by 17. These are 11. This is 11 by 17. This is $150, $100, and then the little guys, these little guys are $50. And that one's for sale. They're all for sale. All of it's for sale. Let's see. So there's Harley. We got Batgirl. Here's another big one. Maleficent. Wolverine. Jack and Sally. Someone who already owns them. And that actually took me effort to do. And then, of course, a Batman. Well, I can't...
That wink.
Yeah, I can't wink. When I wink, I blink
Like
both
all
eyes.
This goes up.
All this goes up, and then I blink both eyes. And Tommy would make fun of me for it. So, like, if I have to wink, like, I have to, like like forcibly
One
keep
hand
this
over.
eye open, and I'm like, yeah. He always made fun of me for that. That, and actually, when I was a kid, I had I actually have a lisp. Believe it.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And so, when I was a kid, I, lisped a lot. But as I grew up, I've hit it very well. That's why I have really good enunciation. And when I get tired, I start lisping. And I don't notice it. And Tommy's like, oh, is that right, Sam? Oh, suffering succotash. Sure, let's go do that. And I'm like, oh. He thought it was cute, but he was vicious. He never let me live that down.
Did you also say that when you get really tired, you'll switch around?
My pronouns. I have pronoun dyslexia, which is a real thing, so...
This isn't his looks, is it bad?
Yeah. So, no, not even that. So what Connor's talking about is when I get tired, I switch pronouns. And, the example of that is actually the one that Tommy never let me live down pretty much to the day he died. And we were coming home from MegaCon, and they've got the tourist buses with the LED lights around them, the trolleys with the LED lights around the top to give it excitement. And we were in the show all day, and I had a really bad headache, and he was driving home. So this must have been 2012, 2013. And I was exhausted, and I said, man, these eyes are killing my lights. And he's like, what? And I repeated it. And he goes, these eyes are killing your lights, huh? So anytime I do it, anytime I did do it or have done it, he goes, so, are these eyes killing your lights? So he would be the first to point it out, yeah. That's my husband. All right. This is going to go up for eBay since nobody wants it. What are we doing next? We got Maleficent, Jacket Sally, and Studley Wolverine. And then I've got actually a little, which I don't know if you can even really see that very well.
It pops up really well.
All right. So Tommy did me as Maleficent, and then I've got Glinda from Our Dark Side of Oz. Anybody?
No responses.
Well, you got 30 seconds.
I feel like that Wolverine should really put it in there with the innuendos.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I love Wolverine. No. Let's rewind this. I love Tommy's Wolverine. So, he actually, I wanted to keep this, but he wouldn't let me, so I painted it because I like it so much. So, he drew me, which apparently I'm all boob and hips, Wolverine looking at me, and there's a very strong sexual innuendo in the piece.
Well, let's see if you can figure it out before the stream ends.
Yeah, right?
Napoleon JD said, have you had the chance to see if you have received any of my Patreon payments?
Oh, yes, I did. I received all of them. I checked when I got home and I forgot to message you. Because, dead husband. Grieving widow. Actually, yes, I did. I just had no time to reply to you because I went to Dragon Con less than a week later. So I did check and work square. Vi askaver. Okay, well. Which one do you want me to do, Connor?
The Wolverine.
Of course you do.
But this time I want to see the blue.
The blue and yellow. Not the yellow and brown.
Yeah, the first one was the brown.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. I likes me some Wolverine. What does the blue and yellow look like? I don't know. Tommy never drew it properly anyway. It's got nothing. Except for his glove. I didn't even draw his actual brown one correctly either, so...
Napoleon said, I'll take a Wolverine to add to my collection.
Sounds good. I'll just add it to the pile. yours. So which one, what do you want me to do? You want me to do blue and yellow or brown and yellow? Or whatever bullshit crappy costume he's got now. Oh, it's that. That's easy. Oh, that's the one he did draw. Yeah, he did draw that one, look. The complete, utter afterthought. Alright, that's good. Now I know what to do.
He said artist choice.
It's all pink, man. It's all pink. Total pink. Can only take it if you know what the sexual innuendo is.
You make him all pink, and you give the bikini like the red, the yellow, and
The yellow and the blue.
He's like, oh, what I wish I could have.
Oh.
Or this was the moment he decided what colors he actually
Okay.
wanted.
She looks so much better in that than I do. Yellow. I don't have any unpolluted yellow. Well, we're gonna figure it out. Come here, unpolluted yellow. La la la. I need to respray this. Yeah, it's good there. Oh, let's I didn't know. Where does the yellow go up to? Black, black, blackety black, 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 black. More black, blackety black, blue black. Oh, that's good color. That's good shot. Let's do that one. Thumbs up.
Napoleon said, do the dark orange and black.
Dark orange and black? There's a dark orange and black?
Unless that's
What he means by the
The traditional one, the brown and yellow, or brown, either the mustard, or the yellow ochre and burnt sienna. Hold on. Jim, let's see, Wolverine, brown costume. So, this one? Do you see it?
Mhm.
That one? Or, what did he say, orange and black?
dark orange and black.
Dark. Is there a new one? No, that's the brown one. I think he means the brown one. That's a terrible picture. The old school costume? That guy? Really? That's terrible. What a lazy sculpt. No, just what they did there. They changed it. They were going to have him just in his pants and shirtless, and then they added the ridge of the gloves, but never took the texture off of the hair on him. And I was like, that's just lazy.
Yeah, he said the first one you had up. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I like that one better. It's less.
They gave him those colors simply because it's like.
Where's
Would you
Jim
go up?
Lee
Would you
in
go
it?
up to him and just straight tell him that he's gay? And it's like.
You look
I
like
don't know.
shit, dude. That's what I think. You look like shit. That's,
Bub.
I'd say that. Huh?
You'd go up. It's like, man, you just look like straight shit, bub. And he's like, that's my line.
I wouldn't say bub. Bub is such a. Hey yo, yeah, you're right, sure. That's actually how I'd go up there. if there was any talking involved
You
with
just go,
Wolverine.
like, do you apologize after you kill someone? Like, every time?
Do you be like, oh, I'm so sorry, eh? We're assholes. What? What are you laughing at?
This makes it sound like, man, Wolverine, you should just try harder to not be Canadian.
Well, he wasn't technically originally Canadian to begin with. I mean, he just happened to live in Canada, you know, at the time. You know, that's where they ran to. But it depends on, you know, what version you want to deal with, you know? Because the original version, like when he was first created, was that he didn't have he didn't know. Like, there was no backstory. So you could have him, like, in fucking samurai era.
He could be from anywhere.
He could be from anywhere. And then they had to go and make him have a backstory. I mean, the backstory was well written. It just kind of...
It wasn't needed. Like, he was a good enough character by himself.
He was a better character without one, really. You know? But, you know, when you have your most popular character and one of your most popular writers, you kind of just go, okay. Is that really? That's just all brown? Yeah, I guess that's just all brown. I'll just throw some color down here. Man, this paper's soaking up the water. Is that black? It's black. Dog?
Oliver.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna start losing air any minute. He's gonna start crying in a minute, watch. Because I'm not gonna pay attention to him. Wait for it. There he is. Hi, Oliver. What's up?
He's just like, I wish you and Uzi would just stop fighting. I want it to go back the way it was.
She's fine.
Whenever she comes down here and apologizes.
Right? She totally pulled the teenage daughter maneuver the other day. Uzi trying to steal Oliver's treat, and I yelled at her and she snapped at me. Yeah.
You're not my real mom.
You don't know me! Like that. I am not doing this with this tiny ass brush. It's fucking take forever. Yeah, take that. I gotta get more pink. Oh, I have whole nother palette of this, don't I? No, I don't need it.
No, I'm not getting it.
Totally were.
I was getting to adjust myself.
What, your man parts? Adjust your man parts?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta try talking myself out of it, but...
Right. It's not like anybody could see you now that I've just... You know, you could have done it quietly, but you had to say something, so I just broadcasted it to the entire internet.
So I had to say something.
Yeah. You can't...
I'm pushing for that participation points. I'm trying here.
Yeah, you're way more talkative now than you were when you started. Broke you of it.
What everyone doesn't know is there's like a baseball bat under the table. And every time I stop
No,
talking...
there's a gun.
Oh, God. In your head, it's like, I know you're trying to make a joke right now, but I'm just going to let you know, it's dead serious at this point. Like, you need to start talking more. So I'm trying. You're not trying hard enough.
No, you're doing good. How's Connor doing, everybody? Oliver's clearly not happy with your performance.
It's like, you want those 2 thumbs up? Go get me a piece of cheese and then we'll talk.
All right, 1 second, boy. 1 second. I will pick you up in 1 second.
Sith Lord Wilson said all the cool kids adjust their man parts.
Yeah, I do too, all the time. I used to adjust man parts I didn't even have. Yeah. Oliver's the man of the house now, and that I'm pretty sure is illegal. All right. Come here. What? Come here. Did you miss everybody? Mm-hmm. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Or just lick all the makeup off my face? Uh-oh.
Oh, someone heard
Someone
else getting love.
That's right. Someone else is jealous. There she is. Yes, I love you too. Oh, I know. I love you. Yes. Stop it. Oh. I love you. Thank you. Don't stare at her. She's going to start barking in a second. Yeah. I have a video. I thought I was sad because I thought I didn't have a video. There's like 8 thoughts that just happened right there, and they all came out at once. Okay, rewind. Dogs. I was sad because I didn't think that I had Tommy singing the Dachshund song. Dachshund pigs or war dachshunds. War pigs. How he sang it with the dachshunds. Yeah. I was sad because I never had a recording of it, and I found on his phone he had recorded the dog's reactions to him singing it. So I had it, and I played it, it made me fucking cry my eyes out. But it got Uzi and Oliver, and then they just started howling. So, gosh. Okay. What do you want? I gotta pick up Uzi now. Come on. Dog break. Come here. Alright, fine. I'm gonna go play with Oliver. I love you, Oliver. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, here she comes. You go down. Stop crying. Come here, Uzi. No? I said Uzi. Your name's not Uzi. Your name's Uzi. Come here. Here's the teenage girl. Here she is. Anybody? No? Dachshund break. You need to cut with the whining, okay? There you go. I know, you didn't have as much time as he does. Don't worry. I'll bribe you with food later. Dun, dun, dun. My water is all like weird red colored. So, do you guys like me painting and doing the remarks? Is your mom still watching? Or did I offend her enough that she had to leave?
Nope, she's still on.
It must be on mute. See, since this sat longer than the Harley did, see how it's not, the color's not moving? Mm-hmm. Or the gray tone isn't moving at all?
Yeah, I thought that one would have gave you a couple issues because I know at Baltimore when you did the smaller one, that gray kind of like bled a little bit.
Oh, that's because I adjusted it since then. Mm-hmm. Well, that was literally, like, the little guys, I originally was going to do full-sized ones like this for Baltimore, but because of the hurricane, I couldn't print. So we ended up printing them on my little Canon, and it's the same ink, it's just a smaller, smaller. But the paper wasn't holding the pigment, so as soon as I would put my brush into it, it like just kind of danced all over the place. ¿Dónde está? Oh, Mark. There's a delivery status notification. Who was not delivered? Something wasn't delivered to somebody. Yeah. No. Don't say too much. What? Who's saying something?
My mom did.
Oh.
I know I'm old, but happy to say I finally figured out how to post in the chat room.
Yay! Good for you!
Love watching Sammy do the show, and the boy in the background talking is not doing too shabby of a job either.
That's good. He'll do a better job. I'll beat him into it. Oh, what am I doing? Why would I use that color? This is terrible color theory. Sorry. Talking to myself. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I was about to put burnt umber or raw umber on burnt sienna. I was like, that's awful. Let's use blue instead. La, 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 la. That makes it more interesting. I think there's a Prussian blue. I do not know. But I would like another brush to blend, please. Ow, that wasn't painful at all, but startled me. Some of these, I don't even know where these brushes came from. And I'm like, I don't know. Where did you come from, brush? You're a very strange brush. If you guys don't start talking to me, I'm going to start talking to myself, and I'm not going to guarantee the quality of conversation coming out of me tonight. Although some nights are just plain quiet.
I'm just imagining the genuine conversation between you and you.
Yeah.
Sam, I think you should use blue. No, I think I should use blue. Shut up, Sam. You know what you're talking about. Shut up. I do know what I'm talking about. Because I'm you.
I'm an asshole in your head.
Actually, you were being an asshole to yourself.
I was. That's funny. So I saw the new Blade Runner. Who saw the new Blade Runner?
The guy at Publix did.
He's a fan. Be nice. I'm pretty sure he gives me money at some point, so that didn't stop me though from crushing his dreams about that movie. No, but seriously, who saw the new Blade Runner?
Sith Thord Wilson said he hasn't yet. So.
Do you like the original? I'm not a spoiler kind of person. Like, I won't spoil anything on it. Just be prepared for those annoying sounds from Alien Covenant. The, like, that engine-y alarm sound. The to be in every establishing shot. And if that annoyed the shit out of you, it's completely overused in this movie.
He said it's on the long list of movies to watch.
Oh, the original?
Yeah.
Do not watch Blade Runner.
He said original first, then the new one.
Yes. Yes. Not that I have a problem with it, but the second Blade Runner is ridiculously faithful to the mythology, which is awesome. But the problem is that if you don't see the first one, you're getting about 30% of a story. So it's stupid important that you see the first one first. I just realized that I didn't even paint in his skin. I'm all like, la la la, I want to work on your sexy shoulders.
Because he's Canadian, right?
Dude, if Canadians really looked like that, sign me the fuck up. Actually, they did in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, what was all the rage was doing these, like, these profile books. So, what they would do is they would make these, like, dossier books, basically, for all the characters. You know, with all the X-Men and shit. And they said that Wolverine was 5'4" and 180 pounds.
It wasn't like one of the shortest X-Men.
He was the shortest.
Yeah, the shortest.
Do you know who else was 5'4" and 180 pounds?
Tommy.
Though he did not have rippling six pack. I'm sure
the weight
it was
went
there
from a different place.
Tommy was all torso, just all torso with little legs. He was.
He was a true dwarf.
He really was. He was a dwarf when I was a hobbit. Because our motorcycles are set up like us, so I have longer legs than he did. So I have a 27-inch inseam, and he had a 23, as you very well learned humorously at the funeral. And so his bike is, but he was wider than, like, his stance was wider. So his bike is shorter but wider, because I'm flat-footed on his bike, completely, even in sneakers. And my bike is more tall and narrow, so he couldn't ride my bike because his feet wouldn't really touch the ground like they would, but it was just toes. But I was flat-footed on my bike, and he wasn't. So that, that's that. But yeah, funny, right? Yeah, I'm doing these also. I'm putting these up for sale this week because I need to get Tommy's motorcycle a new gas tank. It's toast. And that's about $400 that I did not expect to spend. So my goal is to do these bad boys and get some awesome moolah get the moolah for him and buy a gas tank for his bike. Because I want to, in January, they've had the bike for about a month already, but in January I'm going to take his motorcycle, and our 5-year anniversary is in January, and I want to take it to the Florida Keys. So I'll be taking a ride through Alligator Alley through the Florida Keys. Somebody's messaging me. Who's this? Here. Oh. And do my... Well, that's going to be really kind of like my memorial motorcycle ride for Tommy. But I'm going to be keeping his motorcycle from here on out, so... help me get his motorcycle a new gas tank. Just realized I never painted his belt. What color is his belt? I think it's red, isn't it? Horrible color. Instagram. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want it. Nope, and nope, 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 and chrome. Go back. I think it's red. Yeah, it's red. Let's do this. Oh, that's a lot of that. Let's some of this. So are we liking this so far? We're gonna kind of darken this up a bit here. Is it cool? Groovy? Looks like shit. You think I'm awesome? Can you see, or is my head blocking?
You're good. Napoleon said, "Oh yeah."
Who?
Napoleon.
Justin.
Justin.
Oh yeah, cool. Not bad, right?
It's Vision the Kool-Aid guy. Just 2 thumbs up.
Are you even old enough for the Kool-Aid guy?
Of course.
Like the real one? Like the one that would burst through the walls?
The wall, like, oh yeah.
You didn't just pick that up on Family Guy?
I don't watch Family Guy.
There we go. That's better. Oh, I need a skin tone. Get my little palette out of there, please. The little Totoro palette. Wolverine needs some skin. Thanks. He needs a skin tone. La, la, la. It's a lot of fun. It's my travel palette. Nope, wrong one. This with this and this. No! Enough with the crying. There's no crying in baseball. I had to. Oliver stole it. What? Alright. Oh, where's my skin tone? That is definitely not the color I wanted. Where's the other one? This one? No, 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 no. A little bit of this and that. An asshole. Using dirty water to un-orange something and the water's orange. La, 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 la. Nice skin. Let's get this one. That's better. Okay. So look at the color that I'm pulling from, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the color it's laying down. Weird, right? I love that.
That's the theme of tonight.
Huh?
That's the entire theme of tonight.
Sam
It's
actually...
like I know something.
It's like I know how to paint.
The saga of Sam.
You know, the thing of it is that I'm actually really surprised, like, just how much I know. Like, things that I do that I didn't even realize I, like, picked up from Tommy. No, that doesn't mean you cry louder. Ignore him. Fucking dog. Oh, no. Poor you, Oliver. The world is so hard for you. Oh, I know. Oh, you are so unloved. You don't get any attention. Oh, you're a poor orphan. Just like your namesake. He's like, I want more food. If I'm like my namesake, I want more. Please, sir, may I have some more?
Feels like you give him the right reaction then. More?
What?
You want more?
More? You want more? Like that. That's how you do it. Hey, look, he's got a skin tone now. Awesome. Oh, wait. Before I put this away, let's paint Hottie Girl in the background. Yeah, Hottie Girl in the background, your mom, Oliver. Does that make me a MILF? I guess a D-MILF. Like a dog mom.
Hey everybody, I just made up a new word.
Well, it's like a G-MILF. It's not really all that exciting. I mean, if you go into that sort of thing, I guess. Hey! Don't you be talking about your mama like that. You don't know me! Apparently to Tommy, I am old boob. Boob and hips with sunglasses. And no face. There we go. Oh, she's got a beach ball. Ah, I can paint that in now. I had to get like super close to see she had a beach ball. All right. Leave that there, just in case I needed to get stay. La la la. Let's get some of that. And a little bit of this, and make a cool. Yeah, that's her thing now. She like does this weird snoring sound when she's awake. I don't know.
She's like, if they think I'm asleep.
I give up on them. They crack me up half the time. I mean, you know, like, they actually have handled the whole thing ridiculously well, you know. I mean, I think a lot of it is because I've been around for so long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they bonded with me as well. But, Uzi likes to be, if I'm upset and I've been upset for like a day or two, she'll get super aggressive towards Oliver. You know, like trying to take his food, or if he wants to be near her, she'll just growl at him, you know, like he wants to cuddle and she's like, you know.
She's like, it's all your fault.
Yeah. But
You're the reason Mom's mad at you.
She tries to pull shit, though. She pulls a lot of shit now.
Like the true teenage daughter she is.
Yes, like the true teenage daughter she is. So I decided that, Connor and his girlfriend Sierra call me Mom as, like, adopted mom. Which is kind of weird, because that means I'd be a very loose 14/15-year-old. But whatever. They're out there, I guess. Anyway, so I jokingly, since they call me that, I decided that Connor and Sierra are actually Uzi and Oliver's little brother and sister. Because Uzi and Oliver came first, you know. And technically, you know, Oliver's just got seniority. He's older. She wants you to pick her up. So it just makes me laugh. And I just tease him about it all the time. Makes me happy and giggle. Let's turn this off. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. The good thing about like painting all of these is that I know how Tommy worked. I know his processes. So I'm just kind of mimicking the process that he originally did, just with color and paint. Well, he actually did this in color, but I think he did it with Copics or something like that. So the color's like super kind of a little all over the place because he just had whatever was in hand, which is very common for what Tommy always did. Like, whatever's within reach, I'll use. Oh, that is a lot of paint that I didn't mean to put there. La la la. That's okay. I'll fix it. Why can I fix it, Connor?
Because you're a great artist.
Well, thanks, but that's actually not what I was going for, but okay. Sure, yeah, totally, cool. Problem solved.
Isn't that how we judge a great artist?
Fixing their mistakes, yeah. I meant because I know what I'm doing, like I was...
Oh, I forgot the theme of tonight.
I was kind of thrown back to that joke, but
like we need like colorful graphics and something that spins and says, "The more you know."
The more you know, bling.
Hey, I know something.
Problem solved. Yeah, just let me know if my head gets in the way since I'm painting down. I don't think it should, but...
Zethno says is looking really awesome.
Thanks, brother. Welcome back to the channel. Or you've been here the whole time and just haven't said anything. And I'm okay with that too, I guess. Oops, sorry, Oliver. Well, that's what you got for laying under there. I didn't know. Don't give me that look like I've forsaken you. Give me a super incredulous look like...
You know what? Everything Uzi's been doing to you? Well, you deserve it.
Oh, you got him started. It's all your fault, Connor. There we go.
You're welcome.
Stop teasing your older brother! I'm pretty good at that.
Instead of making adoption jokes, I just be like, well, it's not my fault that you're not the same being as your own mom. What is that supposed to mean? What, you haven't realized yet? It's like, what? You're a dog. No, I'm not.
I'm the people's. I do just like the people's do.
Mom, am I different?
You know what's funny is that, like, we wouldn't even be surprised that Oliver, a fucking dog, is talking. We'd be more laughing at the fact that he doesn't know that he's not a human. Like, who cares about the fact that we got a dog that actually talks? No.
That's something you add in the Tommy.
Right?
Like,
well, I'm going to have
one guy's like, you know your dog's talking, right? He's like, that's not what's important here.
That's
It's
not the
fact he
issue.
It's the fact he thinks he's not human.
The fact that he thinks he's human. Well, he's gonna be running around with his first dachshund, Oscar, the one that's on the that's
over by the urn.
Yeah, the shrine o Tommy, I guess is a good way to call it. It is kind of a shrine. I have an art book. I have the Harry Potter art book right there. So I'm kind of hoping that he, he fills that up with art at some point.
Like you put Tom Riddle's diary right there.
No, I
put... Day by day, like it starts getting filled up with stuff.
Well, I wouldn't know either way, because I lost where that shadow was on his face. Luckily, I have a copy right here. Where are you? This one? Oh. How about that one? Oh. That one? Oh. Fuck you, Wolverine. There you are. Okay. I lost where the shadows were. Like I painted them in, but I didn't blend it all the way down. What's our run time so far, sir?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Alright. What is it, like 9:30?
Yeah, 9:21.
I'll finish this one up and we'll be good. So what are you thinking, kids? Would we like to see me do more of these? If you have different characters, let me know. I probably have the art for them. Now for the fun. The big areas. Ooh la la. What are you typing to?
I'm just like putting like side comments.
Like what?
Like what you're saying, I'm just typing it in. So like thoughts, want to see Sammy keep doing the remark.
Oh.
A lot of yeses. Yes, this is cool. A lot of people pushing for keep doing the remarks. And then Shy
Yo, what's up, Shy?
says, hey.
What's up? I don't know. What did I do on my other one for this? I don't care. We're just gonna do this again.
Chef Freezy said just got home from class.
Cool. How's that going for you? Separate this a bit more. God, I love fucking Strathmore paper. Oh, it's awesome. I love it so much. You see what I'm doing, right? See the separation I'm creating?
Mm-hmm. Between the orange and the blue.
Mm-hmm. So it's not just... Because really, like, there's the rest of him.
Yeah.
But it's just hinted at because it's all in shadow. So we take the brown and we put it in. But because he's all in shadow, there you go. So it still creates that separation.
But I said, all right, have a lot
of due to my programming class.
I hate programming. Programming sucks. I can't program my way out of a paper bag. There we go, that's better. That's more like it. Huh? It's good, right? Yeah, these two colors. Let's go with that. Sure. Can I see okay?
Mm-hmm. You're good.
What drink should we have him drinking? I think I did like whiskey with a little thing the last time. Is that funny?
What drink would suitably fit?
No, it's got an umbrella in
man
it.
of
It's
his
got to be
stature.
like a green drink or something weird. You know? I mean, come on, we'll arrange to check him out.
It's just a spritzer.
It's a spritz of wine.
It's just...
It's a wine
Can I get
cooler.
that Seagram's Jamaican me happy over here?
It's a wine cooler.
He thought it'd be cool and say, I'll have what she's having, but he didn't expect them to bring that over.
Well, if it's me, and then he's getting a fucking 7 and 7 or something like that. What did I have? Oh, I had a vodka cranberry.
Are you sure, sir? She had 8 fingers of vodka.
I did. That's not enough to get me drunk, dude. Come on now. The sheer look of, like, on it, your face cracked me up. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, color theory causes separation. Yeah. Let's continue the trend of what we got going on. Boom! That's called separation. Fancy, right? Get this guy here. And let's grab this. Oh, that needs to be.
Shy says, oh, I have a gift for you, but I have to come over one weekend to give it.
Okay. I'm here.
And then my mom kindly adds, that is amazing.
Kindly? How do you know she kindly says that? Maybe she was being sarcastic and was like, that's amazing. You know, you don't know. Did she say,
Well,
I
was birthed from her loins, so I hope I know something about my mom.
Birthed from her loins. I think I met your mom once. Did I meet your mom once?
Mm-hmm. It was,
oh,
when you
yeah.
guys came down to
She
judge
was really,
the masquerade
like,
thing.
she was really, really nice. So I think it's funnier that I in my head picture her saying it really nasty. Because it's funnier that way. I'm sure she means it in a very nice way. And thank you. Hey, there's red in there. Alright. Apparently, we have decided that we're gonna have a magenta sunset now. So, there we go. There's a big red splotch in the paint. Happy accident. Yeah. I think Wolverine would, be ogling me in the middle of the sunset. So let's add some in there.
With his spritzer.
With his spritzer. And I'll have my 7 and 7. It'll be perfect. We're a match made in heaven. That's a little separation to the blue, actually. Adding that warm in there, because it's blue, 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 blue. So adding that separation in there, actually.
Happy little act.
Happy little act. It was Ghost Tommy. Ghost Tommy.
He's trying to whisper from from the other side. He's like,
from the veil.
Add a little red to it.
Right? Yeah. He probably
Don't worry,
is.
I'll take care of this.
He's like, I got this. She's not listening to me. So there's a movie, older folks, my age, probably not you, would know, called, it's a Steven Spielberg movie with Richard Dreyfuss called Always. And that was one of Tommy's favorite movies. And he always used to tell me that because he knew he was going to go before me, that he hoped that the afterlife, kind of was like that. And basically what it is it's a movie it's a romance about the firefighter pilot. And Richard Dreyfuss saves his friend, but his own plane goes down in the process. And what's her name? Holly Hunter. I think her name's Holly Hunter. Yeah, Holly Hunter plays the love interest. And he and her, she's much younger than him. And, so he basically has to come back as a spirit, and guide the next person, inspire the next person, basically. And he gets brought back to a pilot that you briefly see in the beginning. And that pilot falls in love with his girl, Holly Hunter. So it's a very romantic movie. But he always hoped that it was kind of like that, where you got to come back and
guide the next,
yeah.
Just imagine Tommy sitting in a tiny chair at God's desk, or it's a humongous chair. It's just Tommy compared to God's stature is so small in it, and then God's flipping through the file cabinet. And Tommy's like, I'm waiting for you to find someone that can match me. And he's like, dude, we've been going at this for months. I can't find a single person that can compare to you.
Yeah, right.
And Tommy's like, well, you need to hurry up. But he's secretly
his feet
yes.
aren't even touching the ground. Well, so there's a funny story. Many funny stories. Tommy was in the hospital one day. One of the days he was in the hospital, and out of nowhere, I thought he was sleeping, but out of nowhere he starts giggling, like that mischievous Tommy giggle, like that, and I'm like, that can't be good. So I'm like, what are you laughing at? And he looks at me and he says it super serious. And he goes, I pity any man that has to follow in my shoes. And I went, and my initial reaction was, wow, that's really narcissistic. Really? And he laughs, and he's like, hey, like that. And I'm like, okay. And it wasn't until it dawned on me, somebody went bling and just hit the button in my brain. I was talking to fans, and then it hit me that whoever is brave enough to follow in Tommy's footsteps not only has to deal with the legacy of Tommy in my eyes, but also all of the fans. Just all of the fans. And our fans Italians are super protective and a little rabid. Like, depending on the fan, they're a little rabid. So I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go more famous.
Just treats them like the stepdad.
Yeah, like, you
my
don't
real dad.
know. You're not the real Tommy. You know, like, I pity.
But you have to, you have to go for someone.
I like have to go more famous. Or a girl. I don't know. Like, I gotta figure that out. You know, I'm like...
Why not both?
Why not both? So it'd be like the last relationship, basically, then. But, yeah, it was... I was just like, oh, man. Like, how the hell do I compete with that? You know, like, poor guy. Or girl. But, I mean, whoever is gonna get, like... I don't know. I don't like women enough to have a relationship with them more than friends. No offense, you women out there that are interested. Thanks, but...
Justin said, I'm going to have to hang this Wolverine next to Tommy's piece that I got at Gen Con. And he also added that it looks badass.
Awesome, and thank you. And I am honored and proud to be able to do this for people. Because I will, unlike a lot of assholes out there, and, you know, they know who they are, and probably don't believe that I'm saying this about them, but I would not be here able to do this without you guys. You know, I learned everything from Tommy. All of it. And I am just so happy that I can do this, you know. I meet a lot of, there are a lot of artists' wives out there that, you know, don't have the ability that I have. AKA the ability to paint, really. And, I'm just happy that I can do this for people. I think that's black. Yeah, that's black. I mean, paint's gray, not black. We don't paint with black. This is Payne's gray. So it's kind of like a, and apparently sparkly.
Was that the brush you used with that glue, maybe?
No. There's metallic paints.
Oh.
And this was Tommy's palette, so he polluted everything. To be plain, he polluted. So none of my colors are true colors. Because there's just mixed green. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to knock back this blue to be not so blue. Because I want this to, the magentas to pop. So I'm really trying to pull this back more, you know. And once it dries, I can see if I need to, you know, change this at all. I'll put an outline and stuff around it too, but I might have to knock this, you know, because all the weight is now up here. I'm going to have to do the same thing down there. Not that it's a problem. It's how you roll. You just adjust as needed. But it's going to throw another coat on here. No, I love this. I love the fact that I have the wherewithal to do this for everyone. I mean, I never understood the artist wives that just disappeared, you know. I mean, I get it if they're really old and broken, like the wives themselves are old, that's different, but, you know, the young guys, I can't. There's artists' wives out there that they just were never part of the business. There you go. See the difference now? They just weren't a part of the business. It was what their husband did, you know. But I can't. You know, we wouldn't be here without you, and I just can't imagine. I can't imagine being. I view it as being disrespectful to the amount of work, not only that Tommy put in, that I put in to get us here too, and the sacrifices that we made to get here, you know. And I'm gonna let that dry and focus on the girl now. And I don't after how long did we fight for, you know, to do what we did, you know, to keep him healthy and clear and whatever. I just can't, I can't imagine following that up with giving up and hiding. So that is not in my character. That's not in Tommy's character. So that's not what we're doing. Alright, I think I need a bright pink bikini. Not that I have one. Pretty sure I'd never wear one. But we'll wear one for Wolverine. Some guy asked me if I would paint the girl nude or topless. And I was like, well, considering the girl is me, no, I'm not painting myself topless. And he went, oh. I was like, nope.
Jethro said, I'm glad you're going at it. You have the talent to carry on.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. That looks pretty fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, you know, we're there too.
Nah, you know, I surprise myself. I do. I really do. Like, I'm not trying to, like, pat myself on the back. My tattoo itches. You know, like I said, I'm like, oh, shit, I totally know what I'm doing. I say that all the time because it's, like, my self-reassurance.
Did I just do that?
Did I do that really? Like, nah, that was Tommy. That had to be Tommy. What color are we making the umbrella? I think we should make the umbrella green.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Shy Freezy asks, what watercolors are you using?
I'm mixing. Well, I mostly used this palette, which is the Gansai Tambi, and then I also have been using this, which is my Totoro palette. But all of these are. I'm looking up into the mic. I'm an idiot. Give me a break.
It's late.
Yeah, it's late. I've been up since, I don't know. But all of these are Holbein watercolors, since we have an endorsement. And I didn't like the case that they were in, and they're magnetic, so I put them in my little Totoro case that Mr. Golden wanted to steal from me. And by Mr. Golden, I mean Michael Golden. We have a cool bond of Totoro. He owes me a commission, by the way. I jokingly was like, my husband's already dead, so can you hurry it up because I'd like it before you are. That's good, right? You've met Michael.
Yeah. He was at Baltimore.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, that's freaking hilarious. There we go. Look at that shadow. Okay. So what's our drink gonna be? Well, we got a cold background, so let's make it a warm drink. Yeah. Let's do this color. And maybe a little bit of this. Nope. I don't like that. Oh wait, maybe I do. I just realized I totally fucked up. I'll fix it in a second. Okay. I didn't put the other part of the counter in, apparently. Let's fix that. What was my counter? I think it was yellow, ochre, and burnt umber. The glass is just floating. That's what I get for not paying attention. I'm using actually watercolors for this right now. For these guys right now, because that's where I started. That's where what I learned first before anything else. So problem solved. So before, until I get back into the groove of actually painting. I'm just going with what I don't have to think about, which is the watercolors. Right, dog? Perfect. No. No. No crying. There's no crying at baseball. There we go. Now we're in a glass. See, I gave him your wine spritzer. He's got a wine spritzer. With an umbrella for no reason. Oh, the beach ball. I forgot about the beach ball. Nope, that apparently is not the red I needed. What's that Batman line? It's not the one we want, but it's the one we need. Right? Isn't that the...
He's not the hero that this city deserves.
Yeah, whatever. I liked mine better. Mine was funny.
I like the one I made up on the spot.
Yeah, mine's better.
That one sat better.
Yeah, that one is that better. Though I did crush that kid's dreams about the movie.
About Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you saved a turtle today.
I did. I saved the turtle.
Any other harsh judgments toward anybody else out the window?
Yeah,
you
so
saved that turtle.
Yep, I saved the turtle. We were driving down the road, and it was like a divided 6-lane street or 4-lane street, so 2 lanes going one way, big giant divider, 2 lanes. And we drove over a turtle, and I was like, oh shit, there's a turtle in the road. And I immediately turned around and stopped and went the other way. And I ended up like running across traffic to save this fucking turtle. And he was still alive, and it was a snapping turtle too. He was alive. Now he's hanging out in a lake somewhere. Impatience leads to weird colored ball. And I need my yellow ochre. I wear straw hats. Do you know how I know this is me? Tommy never told me it was me, but do you know how I know it's me? Yes. And that, usually when he's being funny, he draws me like that. With the big boobs and the hips. It's the same reason I, humorously knew about the sexual innuendo.
That no one has pointed out yet. That people need to get busy in the stream figuring out what it is.
Yep. I'm going to put some yellow on here. There we go. Dry. Alright, colored pencil time. Colored pencil time. I'm taking my time on this, only because I'm really enjoying it, but I have to pee first, so I'm going to let it dry. Oh, the dogs are like, yay, it's done. Nice. Ow. Talk to them, Connor. Are you talking to them? Are you talking to them? I didn't hear talking. Was he talking? I didn't hear talking.
It's like a mom who was like, were you talking to the neighbor kids? Like, no, Mom, I promise I wasn't.
Oh.
I told you to never talk to
them.
them.
Did I tell you about the Christmas Story with the person's mother?
No.
Okay. I can't tell it on stream. I know.
Take note of that.
Take note of that. I can't. I know. I can't.
So next stream we can read over our notes from the previous one.
Right? Where's my brown? Dark brown, I guess. Yeah. No. I have to. That is very much a. Not appropriate. Like I could totally talk about it, but I don't want to deal with the bullshit that's gonna come out of it. Is really what it is. Not from anybody that's on stream now, but if people who is a part of the story it is about, I just don't want to deal with it. Is that cryptic enough for people?
I think it's enough to get a point across. You just vaguely describe, like, remember that one story I told you?
Do you remember the one story with
where every person that now watches this is just gonna get, like, that little bit of sweat on the back of their neck thinking it's them?
No, it's nobody in the room. I mean, it's nobody that is listed watching. Let's put it that way. Where's the blue? Start blue? Ooh. I found it. No. Indigo. Oh, I had one up here already. I'm an ass. Ooh, turquoise. That's good. No, wait. What?
It's just the dogs are, like, staring off.
Are they staring at stuff?
Yeah.
That's not there?
They're just, like, giving a hard look at the shelf right there.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Weird, right? They do it all the time. It's crazy. Wolverine's got glitter on him. I think it's from my hand. Sorry, Wolverine. You got pretty girl eyes now.
So Sith Lord Wilson says, so I've been in and out of the stream tonight. I should have settled finally to watch. Could you show me what you've done for me, please? I saw Wolverine and Harley. Was there anything else?
No, I just been doing those two today. But I have undone, because I was only able to do those two. I've got this Batman, who kind of, it's blurry and the position's like a Bigfoot. That's that. Well, I have the little guys, of course. I've got the Jack and Sally. I've got the Maleficent, and then I've got a Batgirl, which are undone, which are all available, of course. And then I've got a little Maleficent for $50. You saw the Wolverine, and then the Ivy, and then I flipped through the $50 guys, which was the little ones. Did you see those? So, just to clarify for everybody, these guys are, the little guys are 50. Hand me the Harley. And the little guys are 8.5 by 11. They are giclées, they're just small. Then there's the 11 by 17s, which is the size of the Wolverine. These are 100. And then the big guys are 14 by 17, and they're 150. I like that glitter. It's cool. Does it bother you that the other eye isn't done?
No, I was just asking.
No, I was using it as a focal point, and because it's in shadow, it would take away the impact. There you go, fix that. These are marks, so just put those over there somewhere. But I got others, so pretty much at this point, anything you see, if you want it remarked, I can remark it for you. It's not a big deal. Oh, I need this. Let's see where that shadow went. Yeah, like that. No. And just so you guys know, if you see something but you're not really sure if you want to get it or what, I will be putting these up frequently. Different stuff, but I'll be putting them up on eBay as well. You know, and all the info is in stream as always. Still on Facebook. All that fun stuff. Right, Conan?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am? Am I really old enough to be a ma'am? Guess I am. Huh. It's terrible. Totally drooling over his abs. Quiet. Yep. I know. It's terrible, right? It's awful. I'm just ignoring you. Yeah. You betcha. Yep. I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible person. I don't know what you're going to do with me, Uzi. It's terrible. I punish you when you're in trouble. It's terrible. No love. I know. It's no love. It's funny. I'm going to be doing the remarks on him. And then whoever has the actual original, they're like, it looks so different. You know, I really like this one with the brown and the traditional costume. Yeah. You know? I really like it with the traditional costume. I think it works. I like it better with the traditional costume. Not that I painted it the other way. But you know what way I like it? Whatever way somebody buys it. That's the way I like it. Quit with the crying. Jesus. Those dogs. Just. This because I colored over the hints of what was over here. Yeah, this. That's hilarious. Oh, that's hysterical. He drew Batman's belt on Wolverine. Look. Here, look at the Bristol one. He fucking drew Batman's belt on Wolverine. That's hilarious. Look at the belt. Isn't that great? I gotta put that in there. Wolverine stole Batman's belt. I don't know if you could see me adding this in, Justin, but I'm adding in what Tommy did. And apparently, it's Batman's belt. Which just is hysterical to me. Yeah. Oh, we gotta get stubble. Wolverine needs stubble. Do we want a clean-shaven Wolverine?
No.
Mm-mm. No, Wolverine's not clean-shaven. Yeah. Just enough. Alright, and then where's the girl? Here's the umbrella. Yes, that's how the umbrellas sound. Cup, 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 cup. Is there any gray, actual gray in here? Where's one of those go? No?
I don't think so. I don't want to put it. Unless there's a few darker ones.
Gray that you put in with the blue?
You helped, so that could have been you too.
No! I know my colors. You're the assistant. Who gets blamed for everything?
The other assistant.
The other assistant. The bad assistant. That's right. The others. That's funny. You know my tricks. Oh, sharpen that.
Can we just find like X-Acto knife, or you can just use regular sharpener?
There's a pencil sharpener in there. On the side.
Here?
Yep. Boom. Use that. Break it? I take that as a yes.
Should I get the point on it right?
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
Welcome.
What do you think, Justin? Last but not least, ending. There we go. And oh wait, where's that gray? Yeah, we'll do that.
Said it looks awesome.
It does, doesn't it? All right. That one sucks, so let's grab another one.
Sith Lord Wilson asked what was the size of the Batgirl.
14 by 17, the $150 size. This size. Yeah. Excuse me. Time for the fanciness. Are we ready? Whoa.
He also said, okay, I think that's what I want.
Okay. This is a very full one. Very light. Okie dokies. You want me to? Do you want to? You can shoot. You can shoot the 150 to my PayPal, and I'll jump on stream and I'll pin it tomorrow for you, so you can watch. How's that sound?
He said it was perfect.
Cool. Type in my PayPal, just so he has it. Plus $10 shipping. So $160 total. I'll even bust out the airbrush. Mostly because I'm probably going to clean it tomorrow.
And it's your PayPal, just your email.
Yeah, TommyCastillo@me.com is the PayPal. If you did not know that or remember. That is what she is.
.net, right? .net@me.com.
Tommy Castillo at me.com.
Okay.
It's the email. Oh, I forgot something important. There we go. That was important. You know, I gotta say, you know how effortless Tommy did this? Like, use the whiteout, just done. Like, it's really hard to control this thing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not, like, he did it so fast that I don't know, like, I guess it's just practice. But he just done, you know? It was crazy. That just made me, like, I was just thinking of, like, as I'm doing this, I'm like, this one's fucking hard to use. I mean, he just grabbed one and done. Although I'm gonna throw a couple of little highlights on the Batman belt because it's funny. Just for you. There you go. I think it's hard because you can't go slow. You gotta really just kind of just go into it. Like, you can't pussyfoot with this. You know what I mean? Usually there's a third one, so we're gonna put a third bird because it's weird that there's not.
Clint Wilson said, okay, should be sent for you.
Okay. Adam said that? Adam? Sith Lordy?
Yeah.
Sith Lordy Lord? Alright, here's the magic. You ready? Here's the magic. Oh, wait, I missed a couple here. I'm gonna put that there. Alright. There you go. Oh, wait. And Tommy, I covered Tommy's signature, but it's painted right there from the original piece. So I'm actually going to take, I'm going to take my colored pencil and I'm going to write next to Tommy's. right under Tommy. And there you go, brother. Not too shabby, huh? Although I just noticed I wanted to do something that I didn't do before. Create harsh separation. There we go. Ta-da! What do we think? Do we like it? Do you like it?
I like it. That's really cool.
Yeah, grab me the... So this is what we did tonight. I'm a little slower than Tommy. One day I'll catch up. But that's what we did. So the Wolverine is purchased already, but can you see both?
You're good.
But the Harley Quinn is ready for action. And the Batgirl is Adams.
Justin said he loves it.
Good, you better. Awesome. And that is the Batgirl. Okay. All right, folks. I will be back tomorrow. Connor, you gonna be back tomorrow?
If you need me back, then yes.
Of course I do. It's your job.
Why'd you ask?
So we'll be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. I'll post again, and I'll be doing some more of the remarks. And if you guys have any requests, you know, I'm gonna post probably tomorrow all the different remarks I have available right now. But if you find a sketch or something that you want me to color in that Tommy never did, just shoot me a message because I probably have a record of it, and I'll be more than happy to do that. But otherwise, thank you for joining me in the first official Without Tommy stream. You know, doing the art. I love painting his work, so I will keep doing it as long as I can keep doing it. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'll be posting a bunch of stuff up on eBay, and by I mean probably Connor will be doing it. And they'll be up tomorrow. Stuff that I've painted like the Harley and some of the little remarks, which are 50. They'll be up on eBay, and I'll announce that through Facebook as well. And then I think that's it. So, any final questions and parting words before I skedoodle? Give it a couple minutes, couple seconds. Drink my energy drink. You can listen to Uzi cry. Well, I don't know why they're not asking questions. Bark at them. Yeah, tell them.
And Sith Lord just said, have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Awesome. Alright, folks. Well, I'm going to scoot and fall down. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. Same bad time, same bad channel. So, good night, everyone.